Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas
And make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Julia.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Karina.
And if there's one thing we all agree on here on Drawfee, it's that kids are terrible at art. They don't
not
even
run that one by us.
They don't even care about like the forms or it looking like anything. And they don't take criticism or critique. And the funny thing about it though is that we all also were kids at some point.
What?
I see.
I was never bad at art. I think you'll find I
We'll
was
let
never
the
bad at
art
art.
speak for that. We're redrawing our childhood art today. We're going back to those pieces we did when we were dumb little babies, and we're turning them into big, smart, big brain adult pieces. And we've also already done it. And we're going to play the videos and talk about it. This is a speed draw. Nathan, do you want to go first?
Sure. Let's look at this.
Okay.
Look at this idiot art that I did.
Oh.
This is nice.
I chose it because I liked it a lot. I like the colors and the composition,
Yeah,
which
you
are
have
both
an excellent color sense as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have an Aurora Borealis going on.
colors and composition are two things that I struggle with a lot in my current art, and this
And
one
yet?
I just like had so much confidence. I just was like, "Yep, marker."
Yeah, I'm
There's
going
no
right in with
underdrawing.
that.
I just put those penguins where I felt like.
That's
So-
powerful energy.
Nathan, how old are you?
Yeah,
in
do you
that-
have an age reference
Yeah.
for this?
My parents' best guess is like around 6.
Okay,
Wow.
that's
Probably-
good.
That's pretty good.
I'm still using the magic markers
Yeah.
at 6.
But now let's see how good it gets when you're 31
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
I'm going to count you in.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
A thing that I've noticed when we do these speed draws is I always start off by going so, and I really didn't want to do that on this episode.
Nailed it.
You didn't.
I didn't.
Now none of us can do that.
I start by trying to like get the composition as close as possible to the original because I did like the composition.
The competition game.
It is a competition with my past, and it turns out seals, I don't understand how they work at all.
They're tubes.
Blubbery tubes.
They're
But
like dogs.
they're flippers I don't get. So I struggle with this flipper for quite some time.
Well, in your original drawing, you have him standing on the tippy toes of the flippers. If you look at the original, because like the shadow is coming out, and that is a
Yeah.
strong seal.
Powerful flipper muscles.
Powerful flippers.
Floating.
It's a
But I
good
am real happy
walrus.
with how the walrus turned
Oh,
out.
wow.
And an interesting thing is I as a child I thought I was pretty knowledgeable about animals, but in this drawing I have combined animals from the North and South poles
Oh my god.
Wow.
because penguins and like seals, I think seals can be in both hemispheres, but like penguins are for sure from the South Pole, and then walruses and wolves are only found in the Arctic.
Big book of Nathan's animal lies.
Yeah.
Wolves are found other places, but like Arctic wolves, there aren't any Antarctic wolves. So
I can't believe
this was
you exposed yourself as a poser.
this is some artistic license. This is some future world,
Yeah.
some future like hellscape where human life is gone and there's just an eternal winter spanning the poles.
Well, that's good for
Damn,
these
I wish.
animals. Yeah. Doesn't seem so bad. They all look like they're having a good time.
yeah, they're all just hanging out.
I like to think that the ones in the back are like the ones that are still at the party, and all the ones in the front are like the ones that are slowly like trickling out.
Like,
Like,
can I go home now?
guys, it's
or...
like, it's 10 o'clock. How long do you expect me to be here? All right.
Yeah. Just posing for a photo outside the work holiday party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we still have to come in tomorrow to the office, so I should probably get going.
Like, no one expects us to get work done, but you still have to show up.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a morale thing. These are good pingies.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
There's a lot of good forms going on in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
you
fun,
really
you
busted
know.
them all out, and they look great.
I was thinking I would do a dinosaur one, but I've been doing a lot of dinosaur stuff, and I like drawing other animals too, and I don't do it that much
You're so
anymore.
good at drawing
so
animals.
Yeah.
I wanted to get back into practice with that.
I think the most accurate cat I've ever drawn in my life is the one from the Totally Normal Cats episode. I'm not good at drawing animals.
No, me either.
I like to think I'm good at drawing animals, but then when I'm faced with actually drawing like an animal the way it's supposed to look, I can't do it.
You gotta go with the short hands. Except Nathan.
know.
Nathan doesn't.
Penguins don't have any hands at all. Hey. There's something like really funny to me about just drawing like a scene of a bunch of animals. It's just like
Yeah.
a thing that you don't like no one does anymore.
The illustrator for Zoo Books.
Yeah, unless you're like
probably
illustrating
does.
like
Yeah.
a book.
Oh man.
I never just go on Twitter and see like a bunch of animals that someone has drawn.
When I was a kid, I would just get the zoo books and whatever animals were in there, I would draw them. And that was like my fun time activity.
I did that, but for Goku.
Yeah, the Goku books, and you
Yeah,
drew
I would
whatever
get my-
Goku.
Get my Goku books. Draw whatever Gokus were in there.
Yeah, is a Goku in the wild.
Ah!
Look at him charging up.
And again, in my original, I really had a sense of where the light source was, and I have
Yeah.
all the shadows coming towards us, so I wanted to match that.
I was very
And this-
impressed by 6-year-old Nathan having a light source. Like,
Yeah, really.
okay.
Flex.
Little
I
I
genius
didn't know
over
what that
here.
was.
Yeah, so again, my biggest fear with this was that it wouldn't actually be a better composition, or like it wouldn't be an improvement. Like I can draw the animals more accurately, but like the actual piece as a whole, it's just so readable. Like I love the colors and I love the whole look of and feel of it. So,
Nathan, I'm here to tell you that you've improved.
thank you.
Since you were 6, yes.
Since you were 6.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's definitely
Thank you.
reads. I mean, your 6-year-old self had some great sense of depth and stuff, but this got even more of that. Oh,
And we got gradients now.
And we got gradients now.
Shit. Can't do that with magic marker.
Yeah, I was considering trying to do more of like a painting, but then I was like, no, it's getting late. I'm just gonna put a bunch of gradients on this. and
Mood.
call it a
Sometimes
day.
you get tired.
I
Yeah.
feel that. It's one of those things where it's like, I know that this is my job to do these drawings, but even still, I'm like, I don't want to have to like work hard.
Even
Yeah.
more. It's my job. Sometimes you're off the
Julia's-
clock.
Julia's gonna work hard on this, no matter what. So
We
I'm
don't
just
all have to work hard.
I'm just gonna show up and draw some penguins.
Art can
love
be just about drawing penguins. It can just be about drawing a walrus and having a nice time.
Yeah, the walrus is my favorite part of this. I'm gonna be honest.
It's a good walrus. But
The
there's
turn is
something
great.
so special about child art.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's just
then
nice.
I go and change the color of the background lines.
Yeah, that's good.
At first, I thought I would leave them black because as an homage to the marker, but then I thought they looked a little harsh, so I softened them up with some colors. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It's just such a nice draw. It really is like you were saying about childhood art. It's just
Yeah.
like a drawing for the sake of doing a drawing. Just that's it. Like my
That's
brain
it.
can't
Yeah.
operate on that level anymore, and it's very sad.
There's no like interpretations. There's no overthinking. It's just like childhood you is just like, hell yeah, I want all these animals to hang out in the snow.
What if snow animals from the north and the south hung out?
Yeah, I had exactly one thought, and I'm going to make an entire drawing.
Yeah.
And just doing it is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Nathan, what a delight.
Thank you.
I like it. So
You
nice.
brought me joy. I guess I'm next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my mom sent me a bunch of stuff, but the thing that kind of grabbed me the most, I drew just like, I'll start with this one actually. I drew just a bunch of pirates. I guess it was like a pirate crew. And I used to do this a lot where I would just draw like a bunch of characters that would all be like part of some story I had made up in my head. And I just loved the idea of these characters like, you know, being like a one-piece pirate crew.
Wow. Trolling Willie even before you knew him.
Yeah.
Wet Willie.
Wet Willie.
I love that it says continue on back in the
Yeah,
corner
and then
there.
this is the back here. One of my
is
favorite
so
ones
valid.
is Johnny No See, who is both invisible and blind. So he doesn't see and can't be seen, which I think
Wow.
is beautiful.
I don't
But
know.
people can
I
see his clothes.
I like
Yeah.
Weird Guy.
Weird Guy's got something special going on.
Big fan of Ballerina Joe.
Yeah, Ballerina Joe. So
Ballerina Joe, that is great. His shoulders go down and back up.
He has 2 elbows on
he's got
each
a lot
arm.
of elbows.
Slicer is the edgelord of the
definitely.
pirates.
Do you have age? What age?
I don't have an age, but I have
Interesting.
to imagine it would have been around the same time as Nathan's.
Okay.
I have to
Nice.
say, looking at, you know, where we have started so far, like Nathan's childhood art and Jacob's childhood art, it really is like, oh, I can see your art career trajectory. Like looking at Jacob's, I'm like, oh yeah, you're a cartoonist. Like, yeah, awesome.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count myself in.
Great.
3, 2, 1, go. So yeah. Oh, I said so. Damn it.
Oh, you did it.
It just feels so good.
It does.
You said it again.
Oh no.
That was a different kind of so.
I just wanted to like cut out each character and then sort of reinterpret them and then put them in a one scene together. And my goal was to kind of draw this in the same way that like an updated version of
Yeah.
how I would have as a kid, which is like I'm just drawing for fun and then adding them in as I go with no real thought to how it's going to end up. I just add them in where I think I want them to go once I get to them.
Hell yeah.
And not like using any reference or anything, just making up characters for funsies.
That's awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
It was fun to do. I was really happy with how all the characters came out. The coloring part of this one, I definitely lose the thread. We'll see when we get there.
Interesting.
I get overwhelmed because it's just too
Yeah.
many characters.
It's a lot.
But it was really fun to like look back and be like, well, how would I do these today? Like Slicer would definitely have like a cool hairstyle and scars, and Wet Willie would be a little less terrifying, probably a little more jovial. Babyface I really like because Babyface is just very cute now.
Aww.
Who's next? Ballerina Joe. I was like, oh shit, where do I put Ballerina Joe? In the background, doing ballet.
Yeah. Cover the hard parts of the pose.
Yeah, exactly.
This feels like if One Piece were to reboot.
Yeah, I
Started
had
new.
One Piece in my mind. I brought up Weird Guy, then put him away, and did Johnny
As you
No See.
do.
Weird guy. Weird guy's for last.
Yeah,
You can
I
go in
end
the back.
Yeah, I end up just doing Porfo. Weird Guy is Porfo. Because Weird Guy already looked kind of like Porfo.
Yeah.
So I just put him in the corner. And I went back to Captain Moose because I thought that I needed to change the beard up a little bit to match the original drawing a little more. This one's pretty like straightforward. There's not a lot of like stuff to explain because I had to draw so many characters. I just sort of defaulted to the way I normally draw things.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to draw a whole group shot. Just
Yeah.
And that's just fun.
So I didn't try anything like weird or new. I just drew kind of the way that I would have drawn for like, you know, College Humor or something.
Yeah.
I'm loving this line quality.
The
We
composition's
get to see
so
the good Jacob inks.
Yeah.
Like, I get so terrified when I don't know what the composition is going to be and I have to keep adding characters. I would have stopped after like 2. Like, that's enough for me.
I feel like when you're adding them one at a time like this, it kind of is a little easier in some kind of way because you just see where the big blank spaces are and then figure out what would fit there.
You didn't even really have to do any resizing or anything. They just everybody fit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I had to resize at the beginning because almost everything was taken up by Captain Moose.
Well, that's fair.
And yes, he's important, but
Yeah,
the
he's-
crew is also important.
It's the captain.
And he recognizes that.
Yeah, exactly. You got to make room for everyone. I gave what's his name? Slicer?
Yeah.
Slicer.
I gave Slicer a sort of the Randy hairstyle. I think the Randy's got the coolest hairstyle.
Yeah.
So I wanted a Randy look.
Randy continues to be the coolest person we know.
And we haven't even seen him in months.
Yep. But somewhere out there, I know he's being cool right now.
This Willy character is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, sort of a Beardo vibe.
Yeah, Wet Willie's not.
Wow.
Wet Willie's no one's favorite character. That's for sure. Johnny No-See, though, definitely got to glow up.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. Oh, damn.
Went in a Julia direction.
Yeah.
Big coat, big pistol, cool hair.
You know I love a 6-shooter.
Babyface
I love
has a
Babyface.
big fan base.
Babyface
Lots
is the
of people.
mascot for sure.
Dedicated. The chopper of the bunch.
Oh, definitely. Everybody loves Babyface. Gotta stop occasionally. I did do this in I think 4 different sessions,
Oh, wow.
just because it was just a lot of things to draw.
Yeah.
And then Ballerina Joe, I feel like, has sort of a similar following as the Onceler.
Oh no! No, he is
Interesting.
Onceler. He is Onceler
Oh
adjacent.
yeah, this is like the ballerina onceler
Oh my god!
that already
Ballerina-
exists somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh, Ballerina Joe was my favorite. But now,
Got him.
He can still be your favorite.
Yeah.
But then the Onceler also has to be your favorite. That's the
Yeah.
rule.
no.
No.
Yes.
You can have favorites that aren't the same from different ones. I'm just saying I think there's a lot of crossover between Onceler and Ballerina Joe fans. But they're not all the same.
Yeah, not all the same, but a lot.
Yeah.
So I kind of just put colors in on everyone, and then it was sort of I ended up changing a lot because I didn't nothing was bright enough or poppy enough. It ends up becoming sort of a Lisa Frank nightmare by the
Ooh.
end.
I mean,
'cause
it's definitely hard to pick this many colors.
Yeah.
Love this
So I
it's-
commend
it's
you
not-
regardless.
The shading color is not going to stay, but it does actually get wilder than this.
But I do like
really?
it.
Yeah. I end up cranking it up to some really crazy saturation levels in a different color because I liked how
Cool.
that looked better. I had to default to sort of my sunset colors aesthetic to unify everything because that's one of the palettes I'm most comfortable in, the orange to purple.
Same. Same.
Yeah.
It just looks nice.
It
Yeah.
just looks nice all the time.
It looks nice, and it always looks like natural, so.
Yeah, totally. So I did some sort of gradient, soft brush highlights on everything to give it a little more 3-dimensionality.
Those look great.
Then I changed the shading to that
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
color.
Wow,
Oh,
neon
yeah.
pink.
And I just kind of went ham on everything.
Hell yeah.
Oh, this looks so good.
I love this because it looks like they landed on the island at the end of the day after some cool pirate shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going home now.
Yeah. Or they're going to the tavern. This is great.
This is awesome.
Yeah, this is the finished product. I ended up really liking it. It also just goes to show you don't have to be good at coloring in order to color things in Photoshop. You could just put colors in and then futz until it's okay.
Yeah, artist hacks.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I felt like I was having a little, this one's for you, past Jacob.
Yeah.
I'm updating all these characters you made, and you would probably love it if you could see it. But you're dead now. Because I am adult Jacob now.
Yeah.
Rip.
Karina, you're up next.
Me up next.
Let's
Okay.
see what you got.
So,
Oh. Oh.
I feel like this swings a little older. I think I was maybe 8 or 9 when I did this, but my parents found an entire comic book I made called Moonpaw.
That is dedication, an entire comic book.
Yeah, I remember I made a spine for it, even though it was only like 6 sheets of printer paper. I made activity pages for it, and I made comics for it. And the fun thing is that it's just Gatomon. It's Gatomon with Sailor Moon powers.
Oh, yes.
It's my Digimon Sailor Moon ripoff, Moonpaw.
Heck yeah. That rules.
I saw this comic and I couldn't not do it. I can read through it real quick.
Please do.
It's called Ghost Tret.
Great.
And you see Moonpaw in a place, and there's, I believe, garbage cans and some sort of other cat with a knife. And then Moonpaw goes, "Man, a ghost." And then the ghost stabs at Moonpaw, misses, and says, "Darn." And then it shoots some sort of ball at Moonpaw and says, "You'll never get away." Because I knew to like contract "you will," but I still misspelled "you." And Moonpaw gets hit, and then his moon thing glows like in Sailor Moon, and he says, "Why you?" And then the ring comes off his tail, and he says, "Moon Swirl Disc," and it shoots it and kills the ghost, who says no. And then Moonpaw looks and says yes. And then the final
Looking at us.
A little coy.
Yes.
Yes.
And the final panel says, "Once again, there is peace in the world thanks to Moonpaw."
Wow.
Thank you, Moonpaw.
Thank you, Moonpaw.
Thank
Bless
you,
Moonpaw.
Moonpaw.
Tease in the chat to thank Moonpaw.
I decided to redraw this comic because I thought that would be a lot of fun. And I would like to say, because I don't think we usually include a warning, this one moves really fast, so I think it would constitute as flashing images because I move around the canvas a lot. So just a fair warning. It's kind of a pain to look at. Sorry.
That's fine.
That's okay.
As long as people are warned, it's all good.
Yeah, just a heads up.
Okay, I'll count you in.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so I start off with my thumbnails just to figure out how this is going to be. And I whenever I don't have like a page plan thing for comics, I just do it in like webtoon format where it's just one long thing because I'm so irritating. So it's going to be a long thing.
I'm actually super excited to see this process
Yeah, me
because I've
too.
really wanted to see your comic making process before.
It's kind of a mess. I didn't spend terribly long on this, being that it's a comic. I think I spent like 7 hours on this, but
Wow.
yeah. So then I go in and I refine the thumbnails to be more cohesive little sketches. I honestly follow these like really closely in the end product or in the final line art, so that's cool. I got it right this time.
Oh, I love this so much already.
I had a lot of fun with this one. It was very delightful that my parents were able to find Moonpaw. Because I remember making these. I feel like I've mentioned them in an episode before, my like cringy Digimon Sailor Moon baby comics, but it was so fun to get to see them again.
Yes.
So that was my little sketch layer, and then going in and doing some line art. It's just going to be a lot of line art.
Comics take a long time. I don't know if people
Yeah.
know this. It's a lot of drawing to make a comic.
Went ahead and stuck the title in there because
What's a tret?
I didn't fix the words at any point.
Is it treat?
I think it's supposed to be threat.
Oh,
I assumed it's supposed to be threat. Ghost tret.
ghost tret.
Ghost Tret.
It kind of has like that mistranslation quality to it. Like it would
Yeah.
be from Japan and not quite localized correctly.
Maybe I was onto something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was just fun to refigure out the paneling and the poses.
Oh man, there's so
now
much
that
action.
I'm a smart adult.
I'm just like so fascinated that I can't even think of what to say.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying watching this.
Yeah.
I'm gled.
The poses are like so good. All the poses are so good.
I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of trouble with this panel for some reason, so.
How dare you have problems with one panel? I was just thinking that I wish I could get to the stage in my life where I could go back to, you know, what we used to do as kids, which is just like not thumbnail and just go straight in.
Yeah, like in the scan that I have, you can see like in the first panel, I redrew Moonpaw at least 4 times, and I just drew it hard and erased it.
Yep.
I love when you can see the eraser marks. Like you have
Yeah.
a line that like you have like a horizontal line. It's clear that you like hand drew a line that was just like completely diagonal down. And then it's like, okay, now I should get a ruler.
Yeah.
And you're like on a straight
That's what I'm
edge.
saying. Kid art, it's special. I love
really is.
I love our different flavors of kid art. I feel like I couldn't not do this one because it's just very much it suits me.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
totally.
I
everyone
didn't
suits
have a
them.
choice.
Super Karina flavored.
Yeah.
I'm still this unhinged. And I loved doing it because of that.
It's so interesting because you could show me all of your childhood works, like the 3 of you, and I would have known immediately who did what. Even though it was
Absolutely.
so long ago.
It makes me think about how when people are always like, how do you find your art style? It's like, buddy, it was always there. And it's there for
You
you too.
cannot escape it.
You cannot escape it. It will chase you you'll be looking for ways to get away from your art style, and you
Yeah.
won't be able to.
And I never did.
Won't know it's your art style, but then all of a sudden, you'll see it.
I love these halftone shapes.
I love Moonpaw in the first panel walking with like sort of a serious expression, like, no one better attack me in this alleyway.
Why are you in an alleyway anyway, Moonpaw? But yeah, my mom really wanted me to color this. She was very delighted by it too. But I decided to stick to the black and white just because
It's so many drawings
Yeah.
already.
yeah, it's pretty long.
Oh
You're
my
gonna
gosh.
go home for Christmas and you're gonna have a Moonpaw Christmas tree.
Oh, that's fine.
I
What
kind of
is-
prefer the black and white a lot of
Yeah.
the time, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I think it works. It works fine.
I love that white. We didn't talk about. I was talking over it when it was happening, but that white shine you had coming off of like the forehead moon is so good.
Thank
That
you.
whole panel is like phenomenal.
I love Moonpaw.
I love Moonpaw.
Yeah,
Give
we're
me
all
more
Moonpaw fans now.
I was telling my friend because I was sending her all of these as I was doing them, and I was just like, I feel like I made more Moonpaw because there's like 3 or 4 comics in the scans my parents sent me, but I feel like I made at least 2 books. I need to reboot Moonpaw.
Yeah, bring back Moonpaw. This is episode 0.
I also love that this is like a one shot. This is also like such a kid move. Is just like, why is Moonpaw being attacked? You don't have to know.
It doesn't matter.
They just are.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just in an alleyway.
Sometimes you're just in an alleyway.
Sometimes
this
there's a
is-
threat.
This is where I do my
Darn.
lettering.
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't.
Joel.
You'll never get. You see,
Darn was
keep
my
it.
favorite panel. That was the thing that made me do this one.
Man,
So good.
man, a ghost.
I want this as like a full T-shirt print, like an all-over print on a T-shirt.
And here's me being indecisive about my spacing. And yeah, and I tried to do a slow scroll at the end, but this came out so much faster than I thought it would, so it didn't work. But yeah, that's my
I will
comic.
have done one.
Yeah, you'll have to do
It's
it,
happening
please.
right now.
Whoa, look at it.
look at
Oh
that.
my god, I love Moonpaw.
Yeah.
I'm so jazzed about Moonpaw
This
right
is
now.
so good.
I had so much fun working on it. It was just delightful to revisit that. Darn.
Darn.
The no and then yes is probably my favorite part.
I
Yeah.
know, that's some writing
Yeah.
genius.
What an argument. Karina, thank you for the gift of Moonpaw.
yes, thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Jacob, before you open my childhood drawing,
Yes.
I should say that, everyone's art is indicative so far of the path that they took as artists. I stumbled into a comedy job, and hey Julia, did you always want to do comedy? Here you go. No,
What is the Is it crying?
this is a 3-year-old Julia's drawing
Wow.
of some person apparently just like sobbing. I don't know what those circles are other than tears.
It looks like tears.
Wow.
Why is the paper so dirty?
It was probably in my basement in some corner. Little 3-year-old deaf me drawing a very sad but smiling person. And you can see that I attempted to write my name on the right there.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Oh, that's what that is.
But I also didn't know how to spell. So, yeah. That's my childhood art.
Incredible.
This looks like what you'd find in a horror game to let you know that the child was being possessed by a demon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like something that psychologists are going to pull up like later in some sort of therapy session.
Yeah.
Just like, let's explore this.
Okay, I'm gonna count you in.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
So I tried to keep the pose and the general feel of it. I tried to get as many elements of the original drawing in as possible, just like done properly, I guess, or done with the artistic knowledge that I have now. I wanted to go for one thing, and then I started to go for another, and it landed at neither of those, which is
So
fine.
cryptic.
Which is fine. I'm actually okay with what resulted here.
That's good.
Half of this 7-minute time lapse is me trying to sketch this because I could not get the eyes in the correct place. I was really struggling.
That's valid. To me, this is a hard angle.
It's like because it's like slightly up and tilted. But
Yeah.
if you look at the original like childhood drawing I drew, I'm like looking in that direction, but the eye that's on the left of the canvas is higher, so it's kind of like there's a rotation there. So I tried to incorporate that.
And is it a self-portrait, you think?
I think so.
That was you
I don't
crying?
know anyone else at that age. How many people was I interacting with at the age of 3?
Is this a
Did
vampire?
you make yourself a vampire?
No, it does look like that, but I mean, it could be.
You have a fang,
It's the little canines.
Yeah, we all have fangs, Jacob.
but not that long
We all
unless you're a
have
vampire.
fangs.
Oh my god,
Jacob,
this is
you've
like
never noticed Julia's many fangs?
this is like Renaissance era portraiture posing.
Yeah, so I at some point was going for like some weird religious like imagery sort
my
of
gosh.
thing, and then it didn't go there.
But it did.
This
yeah,
is-
you'll see in the final render
Okay.
that it.
Oh my
that-
god,
yeah.
Jesus.
Uh-oh.
That was the easy way for me to cheat a life.
Don't look behind you. There's a you.
There's another me.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
the
God.
horror game.
Yeah, I wound up making this very horror.
That can be like your walking horror game. Like you find the drawing and then you turn around.
And you see
And then you
this.
see this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wow.
This is very creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wound up going horror with
I'm
it.
getting jump scared.
I like it.
I was also trying a new like method of working because I wanted to experiment a little bit with how I would render this since I wanted it to be so horror inspired. I wound up kind of abandoning ship pretty quickly I want it to work like upwards from black and just get lighter and lighter and lighter and build in stages. But it was taking a very long time, as you can see me futzing with this stupid light source. So you can see that I just went back to white and then worked from there.
That is so valid.
Yeah.
It kind of worked in my favor. I wound up liking the final result, so it's fine. How
Listen, it's all a process.
bumbled around.
This is such a fun interpretation of
Yeah.
your childhood drawing. But in I mean that in a cool way.
Would childhood Julia like this or be scared of it?
I don't know, honestly.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Childhood Julia isn't here to tell us, so we just have to speculate. Oh man,
Yeah.
this is great.
I was 3 at the time of this. There wasn't a lot going on.
Can I just say, this is truly a bizarre process you've taken over the course of this drawing.
I think it's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
It's just like I haven't understood any of the steps.
I tried to work. I was basically trying to mimic.
Wow.
I was trying to mimic traditional methods, but on digital. But I didn't. I don't know Photoshop brushes well enough to be able to do that for this sort of thing. So I wanted to work like white pencil or like white charcoal on black paper, like that sort of deal. And it just wasn't working. So I wound up doing this like weird half thing.
It's
This
cool.
sort of reminds me of in the intro to Drawfee Variety Hour when you're holding the trophy.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's true.
Uncanny.
We just need a trophy in there.
Yeah.
I was trying to channel, and I failed terribly, but I was trying to channel Sam Wolf Connolly, if you guys know his work. He's a illustrator who did a bunch of creepy pieces. Yeah, he does like some Over the Garden Wall pieces and some comic work, some Last of Us work.
Such good texture.
Oh, the
I
tears are
love
cool.
this painterly thing. I've never found a way I like to do digital painting in Photoshop, so I love watching this process. It's very enlightening.
I figured out how to mimic like oils okay, but this sort of like charcoal paper sort of deal was a process to figure out. And you're watching me figure it out on this.
So cool.
That's what these are for, kind of.
Yeah, I was using it to just experiment, to play around a little bit. Yeah, I do wind up liking it. It becomes this weird horror. I mean, it started off as horror, but I kind of like the translations because I feel like they're pretty, relatively one-to-one. This like the pose and the big tears. I try to do those like big Miyazaki tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like milky looking too.
Yeah, and I wanted them to have like such a thickness that it would cast a shadow.
Remember
so you could see on the
thickness.
hair. Remember thickness.
Remember thickness.
It's me going in with
The
some
tiles
highlights.
look really cool too.
Oh, also flashing warning. I should have said that earlier. There you go. It's done. Now I'm doing some push and pull on this color because I wanted to get that like brownish yellowish newsprint paper that I was working on.
Oh, cool.
Get that color.
Oh, so now this is a picture you could find in the horror game later.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one in a frame, like in a broken frame.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
This is really cool.
Yeah, it's
I
so
love
weird.
It is really weird. It wound up being a cross between like it felt like Silent Hill and Annihilation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they find all the footage in the movie of like the past expedition and Annihilation. It was like a cross between those two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait to add this one to the Avatar pack for Patreon.
Oh my god. Which you can get access to by supporting us on Patreon.
We're all going to be using this one.
Yeah.
It's the mood of 2020.
Yeah.
Can mine just be the walrus?
Yeah,
for
of
my...
course.
I am the walrus. Yeah.
I am the walrus.
Well, this was great. Good job, everyone. I had such a good time looking at the glow ups of the childhood art
Yeah, so fun. I love childhood art.
and capturing the energy.
It's so pure.
I do want more Moonpaw, though.
Yeah.
Is the problem now.
Duly
is
noted.
I need to know what other alleys Moonpaw walks down,
Yeah. How many other threats could there be?
and what other threats.
I got you.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We're Drawfee, the show.
Yeah.
You can subscribe if you like us.
We're old now.
Hit the bell.
We're aging.
Like we said, we have a Patreon.
We're no longer children.
One more step closer to the grave.
Woo.
You can fill that with our content.
Sorry.
We're sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.